The darksaber is one of the most iconic weapons in Star Wars, a symbol that has come to represent the ruler of Mandalore. Its flat black blade with crackling white edges looks like a shard of broken obsidian shaped into a lightsaber blade. And ever since his appearance in the Clone Wars, Rebels, and The Mandalorian, it has become one of the most recognizable weapons in the franchise. But when you dig deeper into Mandalorian culture, their history, and their relationship with the Jedi, the darksaber becomes a very strange choice to represent Mandalorian leadership. Today, we're going to break down exactly why that is and why the darksaber is actually one of the most contradictory symbols in Mandalorian history. To understand why the darksaber is such an odd symbol, we first need to look at the long and complicated history between the Jedi and the Mandalorians. These two groups have been enemies for thousands of years, to say the least. Their philosophies, their codes, and their entire ways of life stand in direct opposition to each other. The Jedi value peace, restraint, and emotional control. The Mandalorians value honor through combat, personal strength, and the pursuit of glory. These two cultures were never meant to get along, and history sincerely and very truly proves that in many examples. During the Old Republic era, the Mandalorians launched a massive crusade against the Republic. The Republic was being crushed under the weight of the Mandalorian war machine, and the Jedi Council refused to intervene. They believed joining the war would violate their principles. To the Mandalorians, this was cowardice. They believed that refusing to fight was the ultimate dishonor. But one Jedi did not agree with the Council's inaction. This was Revan. Still a Jedi Knight at the time, Revan gathered a group of like-minded Jedi known as the Revanchists and entered the war. With Revan's leadership, the tide turned and the Mandalorians were defeated. This moment created a permanent divide between the Jedi Order and Mandalorian culture. From that point on, most Mandalorians view the Jedi as hypocrites, except for Revan and his followers, who they respected because they fought with honor and did not hide away in their temples. It is in the same era that the darksaber was created. Tar Vizsla, the first Mandalorian ever inducted into the Jedi Order, forged the weapon during his time as a Jedi. This alone is unusual though. Mandalorians do not typically become Jedi, and Jedi do not typically embrace Mandalorian ideals. Tar Vizsla was a rare exception, a bridge between two cultures that fundamentally opposed each other. After his death, the Jedi kept the darksaber in the Jedi Temple as a historical artifact, but during the sacking of Coruscant, when Darth Malgus and the Sith Empire attacked the temple, the Mandalorian warrior Shae Vizsla reclaimed the weapon and returned it to her people. From there, the darksaber became a symbol of Mandalorian heritage, passed down through House Vizsla as a mark of honor and authority. But here's where things get strange. Strictly speaking, the darksaber is a Jedi weapon, being a variant of a lightsaber. It was forged by a Jedi, kept by the Jedi, and shaped by Jedi philosophy. Yet it became a symbol of Mandalorian leadership, despite the fact that Mandalorians historically despised the Jedi and everything they stood for. The Mandalorian Code values strength earned through combat, personal achievement, and the warrior's path. The Jedi Code rejects attachment, aggression, and the pursuit of power. And these two codes are complete opposites. So why would a weapon created by a Jedi become the ultimate symbol of Mandalorian rule? The answer lies in what the darksaber represents, not what it physically is. To the Mandalorians, the darksaber became a symbol of a Mandalorian who rose above the expectations of both cultures. Tar Vizsla wasn't just a Jedi, he was a Mandalorian who earned the respect of the Jedi Order while still carrying the spirit of his people. The darksaber represents the idea that a Mandalorian can rise to greatness not just through battle, but through leadership, discipline, and unity, it became a symbol of a Mandalorian who could bridge the gap between clans, traditions, and eras. Over time, the weapon gained mythic status. It wasn't just a lightsaber anymore, it was a claim to legitimacy, a sign that the wielder has the right to rule Mandalore. But even with that meaning, the darksaber is still a strange symbol. It represents a fusion of two cultures that historically hated each other. It represents a Jedi ideal inside a warrior society that rejected Jedi values, and it represents a peaceful leader in a culture built on conflict. In many ways, the darksaber is a contradiction, an object that shouldn't make sense in Mandalorian culture, yet somehow became one of the most important in its relics. And that contradiction is exactly why it works. The darksaber isn't just a weapon, it's a story. It's a reminder that Mandalorians are more than just warriors. They are people, capable of change, unity, and evolution. The darksaber represents the idea that Mandalore can be more than a fractured collection of clans. It can be a nation, a culture, a legacy. And the person who wields the darksaber isn't claiming power, they're claiming responsibility. So when you look at the darksaber with all this context, you realize that it is both the strangest and the most fitting symbol of Mandalorian leadership. It's strange because it comes from a culture Mandalorians once despised, but it's fitting because it represents the one Mandalorian who transcended that hatred and became something greater. The darksaber is a reminder that Mandalore's future doesn't have to be defined by its past. It can be shaped by those who are willing to rise above old conflicts and forge a new path. Anyway guys, I hope you've enjoyed this breakdown of why the darksaber is such an unusual but meaningful symbol of Mandalorian leadership. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe for more Star Wars lore. Don't worry, I'm not going to ask this very frequently, maybe every once in a while, and I do not mean that sarcastically, I genuinely ask it every once in a while, maybe 2 months. And sorry about that rant, but I will see you all in the next one.